Good afternoon. We're going to call this meeting to order. I'm going to start with roll call. Counselor Parton?
Here.
Counselor Ellis?
Here.
Counselor Joyner?
Here.
Counselor Harris? Here. Counselor Day?
Here.
Counselor Stokes?
Here.
Counselor Holloway? Counselor Holloway? Counselor Holloway, can you hear me?
He's on mute.
Counselor Holloway, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, so first order of business is going to be the reorganization of selection of mayor, and so we will start with the nominations. Counselor Parton, how did you want me to do the nomination roll call?
Well, the first thing we got to do is allow Counselor Holloway to participate remotely.
Is there a motion to allow Counselor Holloway to participate remotely?
So moved.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion?
We just need to get him to say on the record where he's conducting the meeting from and why.
Counselor Holloway, if you can hear me, can you explain why you are participating remotely?
He was on just a minute ago.
I can't tell whether he's talking or whether there's a technical problem.
It doesn't look like he's talking because his mic is not going up.
Can we
and
call
down.
him?
I'm gonna give him a call. He texted me and said he can't hear us, so he's not picking up. So we sent him a text to tell him to go out and come back in to see if that works.
Okay. Try calling him one more time.
He left. He listened.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Is he there?
He went
He-
out.
he
so
went out, so
He
he's-
should be trying to come back in. Here we go. Hey, Counselor Holloway.
I can't hear y'all.
Okay, we're
We
gonna
can
do
hear
it by
you.
phone for now until we can get that fixed. So we just did we did roll call, so that checked you off as virtual, and now we're doing a motion to allow you to participate virtually. So they just need to explain why you're participating virtually.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Now,
Yes.
Prince George, ER.
Okay.
Counselor Joyner,
Yes.
Counselor Harris, Counselor Parton,
Yes.
Counselor Ellis,
Yes.
Counselor Day,
Yes.
Counselor Stokes.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay, so now we're gonna do nominations for the selection of the mayor. Did you wanna start with Counselor Joyner down for nominations?
Yeah. What you do is you open the floor and then people nominate names.
Okay, so the floor is now open for nominations.
You're nominating for mayor.
Correct.
For mayor, I nominate Johnny Parton.
second it.
Are we still accepting nominations or,
Yes.
Yes.
Rita Joyner?
I'll second it.
I know, I got you seconding Counselor Joyner's. Is there any other nominations for mayor? Okay, so,
All right, so now you close it.
okay, the floor is now closed for mayor nominations.
And now you just vote on them as they were submitted.
Okay, so Counselor Joyner requested for Counselor Parton. Counselor Parton seconds. Counselor Holloway votes for Counselor Joyner, and there was no second.
Okay. So,
So-
would you, now you take the first one and you just do the roll call on that one.
Okay. Okay, so for the nomination of Counselor Parton, I will take a roll call. Do I open it for discussion or just roll call?
You can open it for discussion, I believe.
Okay. Is there any discussion for nomination for Counselor Parton to be mayor? All right. Counselor Joyner?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Counselor Ellis?
Yes.
Counselor Day?
Yes.
Counselor Stokes?
Yes.
Counselor Holloway?
No.
And you abstain or you can vote for this?
Now I can vote for this.
Okay, and Counselor Parton?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-1.
Okay. Do we do vice mayor?
Yeah, that'll be the next one.
Okay, he's just moved it down.
You don't get your exercise. All right. I'm now opening the floor for nominations for vice mayor. Do I have any nominations at this time?
I nominate Rita Joyner.
Okay. I'll second it. Are there any other nominations? Okay. Hearing
Counselor
none.
Holloway?
I'm sorry.
I was just making sure he could hear.
Okay.
What was the nomination?
uh,
Who was the second?
Counselor Day nominated Counselor Joyner, and Mayor Parton seconded.
Okay.
Do you have a nomination?
Yeah, Harris.
You decline.
Just annotate in the minutes that Counselor Harris declined the nomination. Okay. Hearing no more nominations, we're going to close the floor. And a roll call for Counselor Joyner to serve as vice mayor.
I couldn't hear that part. What are we roll calling on? What was the last portion for the nominations?
Counselor Harris declined the nomination for him to be vice mayor, and we're now doing roll call for Counselor Joyner as vice mayor.
Oh, no, I apologize. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Counselor Joyner?
Yes.
Counselor Harris?
Yes.
Mayor Parton?
Yes.
Counselor Ellis?
Yes.
Counselor Day?
Yes.
Counselor Stokes?
Yes.
Counselor Holloway?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Okay. All right, at this time, we'll be moving into our second item of business, the adoption of our inclement weather policy. Dr. Manker?
Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of City Council, tonight we have the adoption of the inclement weather policy before you. This is a policy that we have to adopt at the beginning of every year. It guides us on how we will operate in the event of the emergency. And so, number one, it said the city hereby adopts the emergency inclement weather policy, operation, and safety policy as follow. That should the mayor, or in the absence of his or her capacity, the vice mayor determines the adverse weather or other emergency conditions, may it be hazardous to attend a regular scheduled meeting of city council, then the regularly scheduled meeting to be continued to the following Tuesday if possible. If the adverse weather or emergency is such that continuing to the next Tuesday is not feasible, or if the council is unable to meet on that date, then the mayor shall select another date in accordance to the majority of council. And then 2 indicates that the city reserves the right to alter or amend this policy as deemed necessary. And 3, this resolution shall become effective upon the date of adoption as established below. I yield the floor back to the mayor to open the floor for discussion or adoption of the inclement weather policy.
All right. So is there a motion to adopt the inclement weather policy as presented?
So moved.
All right. Motion's been made by Vice Mayor Joyner and seconded by Councilor Harris. Is there any discussion? Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Councilor Harris,
After
Mayor Parton,
Okay.
Mayor Parton.
Oh, yes.
Moving into
Councilor
our
Ellis.
second business item of business, the adoption of our inclement weather policy. Adopt me.
Councilor Ellis,
Yes.
Councilor Day,
Yes.
Councilor Stokes,
Yes.
Councilor Holloway.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Okay. Moving on to SB3, the adoption of the city council meeting schedule. Ms. Williams?
Okay, so these dates were selected based off of just the policy of being the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. At the bottom, you'll see where I did put that the March date is affected by the NLC from March 10th through the 12th. So depending on how many counselors wish to attend that meeting, you may want to select a different date for the regular meeting that falls between those dates. Other than that, no conferences are affected by the other dates that were selected.
What is the NLC?
The National League Conference for Counselor.
It's
Are we
2,
voting, are we about to vote on the,
one
on
in
the dates?
September and 1 in March.
Yes, the annual
Isn't there
conference.
also a VML? There's also VML.
The VML is in November, and it is not impacted by the date
not,
that's
okay.
selected for council, because we only do one meeting in November,
Okay.
and that date is not in effect with this date at all.
All right.
The request for a change of date for the May, I think it's May's meeting, because the Hopewell High School graduation and events, I believe, fall on the week of that meeting. It is in May this year.
Which meeting? There's 2 meetings in May. There's the
The
May
second
13th,
meeting, the last meeting, what is the date of the last meeting?
May 27th.
Yeah, that meeting.
So that is the last week of May. So if that Tuesday doesn't work for majority of council, then it would either have to go to the 20th, which is the 3rd week of May, or you would potentially move it to a Thursday in the last week of May, which would be the 29th.
I mean, I'm fine with making it on May 20th.
May 20th, okay.
We'll probably be meeting weekly at that point anyway, since it's budget time frame.
We have a finance committee meeting that night.
Yeah.
Well, I actually want to talk to council about changing the date and time of finance committee.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about changing a lot of this.
Okay, so let's not bank on that being the date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do Thursday if council agrees,
Okay,
the 29th.
29th.
And that is the anticipated budget adoption date was the 27th, so.
Thank you.
Okay.
So May 29th as the second regular meeting for May?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, wait. Y'all still put it in that same category week. That's the week of the events. I was talking about for that week, for Hopewell High's graduation.
It's the entire week.
because they have,
Is it the entire week?
They're asking you, is it the entire week?
the graduation is that week, and then you have the ceremonial events, like I think it's starts from the baccalaureate to the senior night to I think it's senior night. It's they have like 3 things that week prior to the graduation, for Hopewell's graduation.
So what is he asking?
So
Yeah,
he's
so-
asking for it to be the previous week, not the week of, so basically not the last week of May at all.
Do we go to that?
They moved the graduations
Well,
to,
I've been to a couple of
stuff
them.
happening, they moved the graduations and stuff to the last week in May.
So that goes back to May 20th or May 22nd if you want to do it on a Thursday instead of that Tuesday. If you're doing it the 3rd week of May.
According, I'm looking at something and it's saying, or maybe I'm looking at the wrong, let me look at, make sure I'm looking at the right thing. But
Wouldn't those events be towards the end of the week instead of the beginning of the week?
And that's what I would
thought the
think.
baccalaureate was just for the students.
I mean, I think at that point with our finance committee meeting, we could probably just combine the meetings.
according to this, it says the Hopewell High School graduation, they haven't exactly decided the date to be determined. June 5th is the last day of school. So,
Graduation is after
yes,
the last day.
yeah. Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe I don't have it.
I can hear the counselor, what's going on?
Just keep it
They're,
the same.
they're
thing,
just
and then
looking
if we have
online
move
to
it,
try to
we
get
will.
some
Yeah.
dates.
Yeah.
So why don't we just keep it the same day for right now until we get closer, and then we can, bookmark this and come back to it if it ends up landing on a night where there's events going on.
So keep it May 27th or move it to the Thursday of that week.
Just leave it.
Yeah, just leave it as the 27th for right now, and then once we get a firm schedule from the school system, then we can come back and change a date.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see any issue with council making a change like that.
Okay, so you want to adopt the calendar as is?
I saw Councilor Joyner's light. I think she might have wanted to talk.
Well, I think that, been looking at a lot of the surrounding jurisdictions and how they handle their business. And one of the things that has been an issue for, I think for me and for those of us that have served over the last 2 years is that very often we don't have enough time to address the city's business the way the meetings are set up currently. So we have 2 meetings a month and we try to cram everything in these 2 meetings, which includes work sessions, closed sessions, et cetera. And the time that we meet, we don't meet until 6 o'clock, and other surrounding jurisdictions meet much earlier. Many jurisdictions meet at 3, 4 o'clock. Now, obviously, we're gonna have to organize ours around the work schedules of our members. But I think I just want us to maybe think of the possibility of, I don't know, most surrounding jurisdictions have 1 council meeting a month with another work session meeting a month, so that work sessions are given the appropriate amount of time, and then council business is given the appropriate amount of time, and closed sessions may occur earlier in the afternoon or either after, and maybe in some cases, city council meetings are held earlier and closed sessions are held afterwards, so that whatever the case is, we're not trying to cram all of our closed business into an hour, and we're also not leaving the audience out here waiting for 2 hours while we're in the back. Because there have been many nights when we start at 6 and we're in closed session for an hour and a half, and then we come out and we go to work sessions, and people that want to, listen to what is actually on the agenda, it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours before they we even get to what they want to talk about. So I think we have to think of our citizens as well. So I'm just suggesting that we we think about it, maybe we can't come to a decision tonight. We can amend these things as we go, but I think it is worth a discussion. And when I talk about surrounding jurisdictions, I'm talking about Colonial Heights, I'm talking about Chesterfield County. Even Chesterfield County, such a large county, has one meeting a month. One Board of Supervisors meeting a month. And then they have all their work sessions and so forth on a separate night. And their closed sessions, or they will have a closed meeting, and it might start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's how they do their business. I think we've really got to think about how we've done things in the past, and I don't think it's worked very well.
I mean, I have no idea, no problem, I should say, with, trying, something new out. Give it a pilot and see, how effective it is. Maybe, this would just be my recommendation. Maybe you and Dr. Manker, sit down and come up with like a couple options, and
Okay.
then let's present it back to
Sounds good.
to
That's
the
perfect.
council.
That sounds perfect.
That way, we can, council can,
Absolutely.
mellow over the idea a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. So is there a motion to adopt the meeting schedule as presented in front of us, and to also revisit the May 27th meeting date as it gets closer?
So moved.
I'll second that.
All right. Motion's been made by Councilor Day, seconded by Vice Mayor Joyner. Is there any discussion? All right. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Councilor Harris, Mayor Parton,
Yes.
Councilor Ellis,
Yes.
Councilor Day,
Yes.
Councilor Stokes,
Yes.
Councilor Holloway.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Okay. All right. Do we have a motion to go into closed meeting pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A1 to discuss and consider board and commission appointments for the council standing committees, the assignment and performance of specific appointees and employees of city council, and to the extent such discussion will be aided thereby?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Motion's been made by Vice Mayor Joyner, seconded by Councilor Harris. Is there any discussion? Okay. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Councilor Harris, Mayor Parton,
Yes.
Councilor Ellis,
Yes.
Councilor Day,
Yes.
Councilor Stokes,
Yes.
Councilor Holloway.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Do I have a motion to come out of closed meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Motion's been made by Councilor Joyner and seconded by Councilor Stokes. Is there any discussion? Okay. Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Councilor Harris, Mayor Parton,
Yes.
Councilor Ellis,
Yes.
Councilor Day,
Yes.
Councilor Stokes.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. Certification, please.
Certification pursuant to Virginia Code Section 2.2-3712D, where only public business matters, 1, lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements, and 2, identified in closed meeting motion discussed in closed meeting. Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Councilor Harris, Mayor Parton,
Yes.
Councilor Ellis,
Yes.
Councilor Day,
Yes.
Councilor Stokes. Motion passes 6-0.
All right. All right, at this time, I'm going to read out the appointments for the council standing boards and commissions. For the Ethics Committee, we have Councilor Day and Councilor Harris. For the Crater Planning District Commission, we have Councilor Harris and Councilor Holloway. For CPMT, we have Councilor Day. For the CDBG Committee, we have Vice Mayor Joyner, Councilor Harris, Stokes, and Holloway. We'll do that in a separate motion. We are appointing Councilor Stokes to the HRHA as the non-voting member, Vice Mayor Joyner as the non-voting member for the EDA, Councilor Ellis to the Water Renewal Commission, Councilors Harris and Holloway to the Healthy Families Advisory Board, Councilor Stokes to the MPO, Vice Mayor Joyner to the Chief Local Elected Officials Board. Counselor Stokes as the interim council appointment to the Planning Commission. Counselors Day and Holloway to the Legislative Committee. And then we're combining the joint City Council and School Board Facilities Committee and Working Group into one committee, and then that is going to be Vice Mayor Joyner and myself. We have the Technology Fund Committee, that's myself. We have the Law Library Committee, that is Councilor Stokes. Virginia First Cities Coalition, Vice Mayor Joyner. And then for the Hopewell Prince George Chamber of Commerce Liaisons, Councilors Ellis and Day. And don't worry, I'll send that to you in an email.
Thank you.
Okay? All right, is there a motion to approve the slate of appointments?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilor Day and seconded by Vice Mayor Joyner. Is there any discussion?
Got a question.
Yes.
The position that we have for the planning commission,
Yes.
that, what was the conversation about the fact that we was gonna do what in regards to filling that position with a citizen?
So it's an interim appointment, and then once we appoint the citizen, then Councilor Stokes will come off at that point. Okay? Yep, no problem. All right. Any other questions? Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Parton,
Yes.
Counselor Ellis,
Yes.
Counselor Day,
Yes.
Counselor Stokes.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. At this time, is there a motion to dissolve the Historic Preservation Committee and transfer their duties and responsibilities to the Architecture Review Board?
So moved.
Second.
All right. Motion's been made by Vice Mayor Joyner and seconded by Councilor Stokes. Is there any discussion? Seeing no lights, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Joyner,
Yes.
Counselor Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Parton,
Yes.
Counselor Ellis,
Yes.
Counselor Day,
Yes.
Counselor Stokes.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. All right. At this time, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. First meeting of 2025 done.